Hey, Spicy! Long time, I know. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm goofy because we're making egusi soup, like melon soup, whatever you call it. Egusi soup, we call it in Nigeria. So sit back and enjoy because this is going to be healthy and swift. Now we'll be boiling our stockfish with onion and a pinch of salt. I've added my already blended egusi paste and some water. I'm rinsing out the blender. Then I'll keep stirring because it could easily burn. But this is a non-stick pot, but it didn't end up burning though. So this is my blended onion. Don't mind me, it's blocked because it has been in the freezer. I've been postponing cooking this. I've been wasting time. So I added a teaspoon of salt to taste. Then I will allow the onion to defrost into the egusi and allow it to boil for 18 minutes before I will now be adding my pepper, uziza seed and palm oil here. So now I'll be adding my smoked catfish to the already almost cooked stockfish. Why I added it when it was almost cooked, because stockfish is stronger than smoked fish. I'm very sure that if you have felt or touched stockfish before, you will know that stockfish is a lot stronger than smoked catfish. So now I'll be adding my blended pepper. It's also blocked because it has been in the freezer. It's not my fault. It's my fault at the same time. I've been procrastinating. I'll be giving it a very good mix so that the pepper goes in and cooks properly so it doesn't taste raw. Now I'll be adding my blended uziza seed. If you'll be watching one of my videos soon about ukazi soup, so you'll know what uziza seed does to a soup. So this is my low-cost bean. We call it ogliokwe from the eastern part of Nigeria. It's very good in soups. I mean local soups. It has its own health benefits. Maybe sometimes we'll talk about the health benefits in a video just for itself. So now I'll be adding my palm oil. I added about 3 spoons. Then later on I added half of this spoon. I didn't get to film that. Yeah. Since it's a boiling method and you add oil, the oil is not, why it's healthy is that the oil is boiled, it's not fried. If it was fried, it would have said it's not really unhealthy, but for health matters, they say it's usually best to boil most of your foods than frying. So now I've added all the oil, then I've mixed it all up. So now I'm adding my stock from the already boiled stockfish and smoked catfish so that they all boil up together. Whenever you add anything, you must mix very well. Now I'm adding my mixed meat stock. Why I said mixed is both, the stock is both from my chicken and my goat meat. Yummy, right? So I've added enough that I need for this recipe. I know some persons, they want to add the whole plate. Like my younger brother, if he doesn't cook with spice, he has not lived. And I'm always shouting, stop eating spice, stay away from spicy food. Spice, I mean like so much salt and Maggi. Now I'm sorry I lost a clip for where I added my crayfish. I added my crayfish before this time, then allowed it to boil. And now I'll be adding my meat. Note, I boiled the pepper mix and everything for about 36 minutes before I started adding my meat to this. So the already boiling stock. Yeah. So I use a mix of chicken, that's cockerel actually, and goat's meat. Most persons like broiler, but for me, when cooking soups that stay long on fire, I rather use cockerel old layers because they are strong and they take the time to soften, unlike broilers that can easily get soft. So everything is blocked. I know they were all in the freezer. I cooked it and I packed it back. Pray for your girl. I hope you're enjoying the recipe because I'll be expecting you to try this out pretty soon. So I'll give it a good stir, allow everything to go in before I'll now cover it with its lid. Oh, pardon your girl. What I meant was I lost the file where I was adding my smoked catfish and my stockfish. So now I'm adding my crayfish. And the next thing I'll be adding after this is my bouillon cubes. So I added 5 of this at this point, but later on I felt like it needed a better taste. So I added an extra cube to make it taste really good. At this point, the aroma in my house was amazingness. Is there a word like that? It was just amazing. Like, my younger brother was like, he can't wait for me to be done with the soup. Let him make swallow. Don't mind us. Our food is in our house though. So after it has boiled, I gave it a good stir. See, let me tell you something. When you know that your oil has boiled properly is when it changes from red to sort of orange. Are you seeing it? And then it spreads over your soup. If it's still in one place, or as in whether soup or porridge, whatever you're cooking with palm oil, once the oil spreads all over the food you are cooking, you know that your oil is cooked. And then there's an aroma it now gets different from the raw aroma. Yeah, for color exchange, you see to change from red to orange. So I allowed it to boil because it's a boiling method, so it has to boil really well so that your egusi does not end up turning your stomach. So I just added my uziza leaf to give it that aromatic spicy taste. This leaf is the seed I added, the powder I added earlier on the video. If you noticed, I said I added uziza seed powder. It's very aromatic and nice, and also good for soups and pepper soups that you want to use for maybe you're having nausea or you're having a cold. You can even add it onto hot water and boil it as tea with your utazi, and it clears off your whole system. So the remaining part here is just turning, allowing to boil, turning, tasting to be sure your salt is perfect, your bouillon cube is perfect, and that is it. So we blended about 5 cups. I would put on the screen the ml of cup we use. 5 cups of egusi to make this recipe. Now I'll be adding my onugu leaf, which is called bitter leaf in English. The blend of bitter leaf and uziza leaf is out of this world. Like, you guys, it's because I didn't get to have or find ukazi leaf. Usually when I'm making this type of recipe, I add 3 leaves and it's amazing. Like, the taste is awesome. You will be looking for the particular taste you taste, but you won't get it because it's a mix of different unique flavors. Oh my goodness, my soup spilled. I'm sorry. Am I apologizing to you? Yes, I have to, because I always say cleanliness is next to godliness. So our soup is almost ready and we'll be putting it down very soon. After I added my bitter leaf, I allowed this soup to cook for about 17 minutes so it could cook properly. You know, something about egusi, if you don't cook it, if you don't boil it very well, it can cause running stomach. Yeah, for people that their stomach is loose. So you have to allow it boil very well before putting it down. Once it has boiled, then you are set and good to go. So I added an extra teaspoon of salt. So in total for this soup, I used 2 teaspoons of salt and 6 cubes of no. I'm not promoting no, but that's the bouillon cube I usually use for all my dishes. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. Please, if you enjoyed this recipe, kindly drop a comment below. Give this video a thumbs up. Share this video out to your loved ones, to your enemies. Please learn this recipe for your aged ones, because this is very good for aged persons that do not like fried foods. Your girl Amyspicy. Thank you for watching. I'm signing out now, and bye. See you in my next video.